what you was doing.
Me either.
What's up? What's up, people? We are
What's
back
up,
in
man?
the
What's goody?
building.
What's goody, man?
Listen, I'm your girl, Lady Free.
And I'm your boy, Pastor J.
So,
And we here. Listen, y'all. If please do me a favor. Do me one favor.
Come
do
on.
me one favor.
okay,
Subscribe, like, and share.
call
Wait a minute.
somebody, tell somebody,
How many bodies?
somebody.
Everybody. No,
Everybody.
No. Okay, so that was 3 things. I said 1. I just do me 1 favor, but that was 3 favors. Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
3.
To Shift Real Talk TV.
Yes. So we're here, y'all. We're here. We're back in the building with another great episode today, which is a continuation of our conversation on last week, y'all.
Part 2.
Part 2. You know, we didn't cover everything, and we just kind of wanted to come back and deal with it today. But just checking in, man, giving, we trying to give y'all a little time to log on. We know a lot of people in Bible study right now. We understand.
Just getting out
of the
word.
Getting out of the work field. But, we here live and live in color. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And all is well. You know what I'm saying? We just want to thank you guys for those who you support us. Oh, man, yes. We've been doing a marriage class on Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It has truly been a blessing.
It has.
Listen, y'all, and we're going to start going, not live, but
Zoom.
we're going to start providing it on Zoom so that anybody who wants to be a part of this class, anybody who wants to be a part of this class, if you're married, if you want to be married, if you're trying to be married, if you're thinking about being married, even if you don't even know nothing about marriage, man, come on this class.
That's when you need to come, when you don't know anything. Because the thing is, you got to have the tools.
You gotta have.
It's time out for being married just because marriage seemed like the right thing to do, the best thing to do. It's time to learn and have the tools so you can build this marriage.
So we're gonna, if you want to be a part of it, right? We don't have the Zoom information. I didn't even get it. I didn't bring it, so that's my fault. But hit us up, DM us. It's okay for you to DM.
And we also have a page. It's called The Marriage Class.
Yes,
with
that's right.
Pastor J and Lady Free.
That's right. Go on the marriage class page, and
then
actually,
and we'll have the information.
And we'll have the information linked up on it.
Marriage Class with Pastor J and Lady Free.
Yes. So,
all right, so babe, let's get into this topic.
Let's get into the topic. So, last week we were talking about toxic versus healthy. I'm sorry.
The toxic man versus the healthy man.
Toxic man versus the healthy man, and we dealt with a lot of toxic behaviors.
It was a lot of toxic behavior.
We didn't even get an opportunity to come on and deal with the healthy side of the toxic behavior. But just realizing that I really understand and believe that a lot of behavior comes from what we are trying to fulfill as individuals. Because sometimes we really think the grass is greener on the other side.
Come on.
But, I just really believe that it may look greener. That grass, honestly, probably is greener. Yeah. But only reason why that grass looks greener on the other side is because that grass is probably being watered.
Or it could be turf.
It could be turf. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, there was work put in for that grass to be
absolutely
green kept.
Yeah.
But if you would just water your own grass.
Or buy some turf, make your junk nice.
Buy you some turf, buy some AstroTurf. Or be like the baseball
down.
and football fields and buy you some AstroTurf.
Come on, lay it down. If you lay your own stuff down, take care of your own stuff. So we have Darren. Hey, Darren.
What's up?
And I know Eliza is short to come right behind you. We have Larry. We got to talk, Larry.
Larry, my boy.
We got to get caught up. We got to impop Jesse. Always
I
and
called you the
forever
other day,
loves to see my pop Jesse.
I called you the other day, sir. You didn't call me back.
So y'all listen, today we want y'all to chime in because it looks like today the main people we have on here are the men, which is good. Because we need to have this conversation, the toxic man versus the healthy man. That's where we are today, part 2. So we're gonna. Do you want to go over some of the toxic?
No, because if we go back, because again, we want to have the conversation. So let's go into the let's go into the conversation. I kind of dealt with the cheating man, the lying man. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember offhand. I had notes, but anyway. Yeah. But anyway, these behavior. When you're in a relationship, a lot of times. Sometimes we don't realize or we don't really understand when we get into relationships why behaviors come, why things happen,
triggered the way you are,
why people are triggered the way they are, why things happen in people's lives. But again, the balance of the family really shapes how a person or individual is either trained, either
Condition.
conditioned. There you go.
I knew where you was going.
That's where I was going. They were conditioned.
Yeah.
They were taught how to be when they get older. I hear people always. Some people we counsel, even some young men. They say, "Well, my mama told me you don't let nobody punk you." My mama said, and they carry this.
Don't let anybody see
Don't let
your
nobody
real
see.
emotions.
Yeah. Don't let nobody see this, and then
don't let them catch you slipping.
And it's
see
crazy.
You weak.
What's up, Marvin?
Yeah. Marvin on the line.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Hey, Marvin. And Tony Bird on the line.
My brother, love you, man.
Yeah.
Tanisha, we gotta call you and check on you, my girl.
Yeah.
Yes, but
absolutely.
so it's important that we understand that, especially when it comes to relationships, there is no in between. And when I say that, I mean there is no either you evil and then nice, or either you're a different way one day and a different way this day. There should be no in between in relationships. Because it's like either you're going to be in the relationship to make it what it's supposed to be, or you're not going to be in the relationship.
And it won't be what it's supposed to be.
And it won't be what it's supposed to be. Because what we do is we get in between situations and in between somebody's decision, in between somebody's level of trying to get it together. And we always find ourselves in between. So we don't really catch this person while they're healthy. Because remember this, a lot of times when you get hooked up with people who are not for you, and I know we're going into the topic of a good, healthy people.
Yeah, we're talking about the healthy man.
Talking about
today.
the healthy man, but I just kind of wanted to set a little tone, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that these are characteristics of a man that's going to really be there for you. He's not in between. He's not trying to juggle it out, trying to figure it out.
Double-minded.
Shady, yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, yeah, you gonna say something?
And no, I was just gonna say, I heard, I think it was Miles Monroe said that a man is a sum total of all the thoughts that he was conditioned to believe.
Yes.
So when you're talking about the toxic man, when you're talking about the healthy man, you just gotta know that you're getting involved with the mindset and the belief system of this person.
Yes.
So you have to pay attention. Is this a healthy mindset? Or is this person carrying a toxic mentality? We're conditioned, and that conditioning is what we are the sum total of.
Exactly.
So basically, yeah.
So the thing is, first thing I believe that a healthy man will not manipulate the situation.
Come on.
Do you know what manipulation is? And we've never really looked. And I always hear manipulation and understand.
Right.
You noticing somebody who manipulates you, but it's somebody who uses different forms, different emotions, different sayings, different tactics to use what they got to use to get what they want.
Selfish.
Very selfish.
All about what they
want.
Yeah.
All about what they and I look at it like this, because a lot of times when people are trying to get what they want, sometimes everything that you want is not everything that you need. It's not what you need, but a lot of times we're seeking for what we want because it is something that we feel that we need, that's going to make us be able to exist and be the person that we feel that we should be.
So we think we need that.
So we think we need, no, we want that.
We want it. We think we need it,
and we
right.
think we need what we want. But understand this. Like I said, the scripture says, bad company corrupts good character. So you got to truly be careful of who you are entangled with. You got to really be careful.
Absolutely.
Hey, Deavra.
Mind-provoking.
My baby
Hey,
girl.
baby.
Robin Davis is on. Hey, Robin.
Robin, what's up?
So with that being said,
let's talk about this. We talked about the toxic man. You have to get that. If you want to see all about that toxic man, go ahead and check that out on the video from last week.
A good example of a healthy man this is why it's so important that we understand the background of everybody that we get involved with. I always tell people when you're dating, don't just date because they look a certain way. Don't just date
Get
because
past the packaging.
Get past the hoopla.
Come on.
Get past the booty shots.
Yes. Get past the packaging, baby.
They be in
What's
the mirror.
inside the package?
They be the women be on the mirror and they be why is
Stop
that?
it. What is that?
Why are you it's showing your butt. I mean, okay, it's big, but golly. Okay, but
you ain't offending me.
But I mean, like, it's like Jesus. Why is that why? But you know what though? That's a void, because again, your likes is was actually what they need. Because you don't have to.
What do you mean?
They need a like.
Oh, that's why they present themselves in that way, because they want the likes.
They want the likes. The likes of
affirming
validates
them.
as affirmation. You know what I'm saying?
That's scary when you have to. I mean, and that's where we are now. If you look at a lot of people and what they do on social media, but that's scary when we have a generation of people who are validated by a like, a thumbs up or a heart.
Yes. So the good characteristic of a healthy man is a man that has been trained by his father or a strong male presence. A strong male presence. I say this a whole time, and I tell. Now we thank God for the woman. God gave us a woman, but a woman, I don't really believe she has the DNA. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying that now. Don't get me
about it.
But I don't really believe the woman has the DNA to teach a man how to be a man. Now she can get her direction from God and say, God, show me if there's an absent father. But we
can teach him how to be moral.
Yeah, but it takes that man to teach the responsibilities. Yeah. A man who understands what it is, how to take things, how to deal with things, how to don't give up, how to not quit, it becomes much more received when it's coming from the father figure, simply because that's the responsibility that God created him to do. Absolutely. To be the one that cultivates.
Absolutely.
He cultivates. So if this man has cultivated his son, that son will 9 times out of 10 be a healthy, attitude-ish guy. A healthy...
I love when you make words up.
You love when I make words
up. A healthy attitude-ish guy.
A healthy attitude-ish guy.
This guy has a healthy attitude-ish.
That's right. Little time for... So, man, I love you, Deborah. We are on together. What's up, sis? I didn't know you was on, sis.
Hey, Liza.
Sharice.
Sharice.
Yeah, Sharice Thornton.
That was my Bird sis. That said that. Okay.
Yeah. Date with the purpose, not false pretentiousness. That's right. The outside validation. That's right. Real talk. I had neither and had to wing it. Yes.
See, Darren, I love that, because Darren say, look, I didn't have neither. I didn't have my father. I didn't have that strong male presence. And he had to wing it. And that's what a lot of men are doing. They're winging it.
Yes. But
no
guess
fault
what,
of their own.
But guess what, though? We may say we didn't have it, but guess what we had? And we didn't go to him, the ultimate father, the King of Kings. Because, again, remember, the posture is our submission to God.
Yeah.
So even if we don't have a biological father that should be there for us, there are strong male figures that we can, that God would place in our life. Or there are certain things that it will come from God. It will truly come from God.
Unfortunately, as a little kid, you wouldn't think the first thing to do would be to go to God. But as you get older, at some point you have to realize that God, if you ask God to help you be the man that he wants you to be, he'll send people.
Yes.
It's not magic. He'll send somebody across your path, and you'll know that person was sent by God into your life to help you in ways that a man needs, that strength, that help, the discipline. And that's why a lot of times young men don't know how to go through tough situations. That man in the household, when his voice is heard, that strength, that toughness in his voice sometimes, that discipline in his actions, that helps a young man to learn how to deal with tough and not always cower.
That's right. Mama Cheeks is on. How you
doing,
Mama
Cheeks?
And Mia, Pastor Mia. We love you, Mia.
What's up?
So here's a healthy man hears the voice of God, knows his purpose, walks in his mission, and loves his woman.
Those are 4 characteristics of a healthy man. Say it again, babe.
Loves. He hears the voice of God.
He hears.
He knows his purpose.
He knows.
Walks in his mission.
He walks.
And loves his woman.
And he loves.
Come on here.
I love that. I love that.
Have you ever heard of the statement give and take? You know what I'm saying? It's like the relationship is give and take. It's give and take. Mm-hmm. You know what I take from that? I really believe, especially as the man, the healthy man, we take what we hear our woman is telling us. We take what God is telling us and what we do to show that we've heard what we've now taken, we now give it in our actions.
I want action. That's right.
We give it in our responses.
Give me some action so I'll know that you heard me.
We give it in our walk.
That's right.
Give and take. That's what it's about.
I like that. And in the midst of it all, once you do that, we as women often follow suit. So
hey, Denise Knuckles.
Now we doing the same thing. Now we giving and taking too. Now I hear you because you heard me first.
Yes, because we set the tone for the action.
We're wired like that. We love him because he loved us first.
Yes.
I hear you because you heard me first.
Yes, yes.
If a woman feels unheard, she is not going to hear you.
Exactly.
That's just simple and plain.
And that's really how you show that you love. We think it's, oh, baby, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, you look good today. That's not showing. Those are lip services. But action says, I heard you. And when you've heard, what you've done is now you've spoken her love language. Because most women give you, they don't hide what they want. They don't hide what they need. They don't hide it. They tell you what it is. So if you can hear, and when you respond to what you hear, you're speaking her love language. And guess what she does? She automatically falls in submission of your action.
Wow.
That's give and take.
Because your action was to give back to you what you heard me say.
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that. I can fall in under the mission of that.
Yes.
I can do that.
Listen, y'all, but just for a pause, little brief pause, my great friend, sister from the city of Atlanta, her name is Denise Knuckles. Any kind of one of your financial needs, y'all, anything, taxes, business loans, business credit, business, whatever, man, I'm telling you, y'all look her up.
Look Denise Knuckles.
Inbox her Denise Knuckles, and I promise you, she gonna get you where you got to go.
And I have to say this too. We miss Too Real.
Yeah.
Too Real hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, but that's all right. We looking forward to her coming back tomorrow. We just want to say, give a shout out, baby. We miss you. And we can't wait till you get back.
What's up, Marvin? Man, I miss you, bro. I ain't hearing from you in a couple of days, man. Call me later, all right? So we can chop it up.
All right, so we talking about the healthy man. So let's go.
So wow, I didn't even get to that note. I just dropped in. Right. So he listens to respond to what you have said. He listens to his actions show you what he. Wow, I didn't even. This is.
Wait, babe, you didn't finish. What?
He listens, and his actions show he heard you. He will pick up on things because he has heard her heart.
He has heard her heart.
He has heard her heart.
And we did a study on this from R.C. Blake. So this is something that is really like, I love that. When you hear a woman's heart, you'll pick up on things. You won't say, well, I mean, how you expect me to know that? Because if you heard me and you heard my heart, you know what I'm talking about. You'll pick up on things better when you hear her heart.
And two, you'll know how to protect her.
Oh my, come on.
You'll know how to protect her, because our job as a man is to protect her most secret place. Okay. And the most secret places comes from her heart.
Yes.
And her heart comes through, because what does it say? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
So whatever your heart
whatever her heart is full of is coming out.
It's coming out.
And it's our job to understand what's in her heart so that we could protect it.
My goodness.
And not take what, and see, here's the thing, man. And a lot of times we mess up because we take what we hear from our heart and we manipulate that to get what we desire.
Wow.
But our job, and this is why you get the fussing, and this is why you get the pushback or the combativeness.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the issues come because you guys are not hearing each other. Mm-hmm. You're not hearing each other. A lot of times, that's where a lot of the arguments come from, because it's, I want you to hear me. You didn't hear what I said. Did you hear what I said? No, you didn't hear me. You're not listening to me. A lot of times we're trying to force our will on one another and not really hearing our heart. Because again, go ahead.
Okay, so every now and again we have a transparent moment. So if anybody was on the show last week, this was something that we actually were being fought with last week, because I felt like I wasn't being heard. When I spoke, my husband was like this. And then as I'm talking, I look over and he's like this. Mm-hmm. So what that did was it made me feel dismissed and it made me feel unheard.
Yes.
But what I didn't realize was because there were so many people that were commenting. One thing I do love about Pastor Jay, and I have to be mindful of who he is his heart is for the people. So although he's not a good multitasker, simple and plain. So while I'm talking, he's looking at the comments to make sure he doesn't miss something important that somebody wanted to share. So I didn't realize, and this is something he told me later, that God was taking him in that direction. And I missed the cue because I felt like that it was something that I wanted to say. And although I do have good things to say at times, sometimes God is trying to say, okay, chill, relax. Yeah. So I didn't feel like I was being heard last week. So if anybody saw the tension, hey, we a real couple. So the tension was there. And it was all because of the fact that I felt something that later in us having communication, we realized that, okay, that was a miss in our communication, but we got it right. So we back. Real talk.
My brother said he on his way. Come on, bro. You already know when y'all get here, y'all coming on the show.
Oh, that's gonna be a good show.
And that's gonna be a good show, man. Hopefully he'll be here in another week, man.
Tony Bird and his beautiful bride,
white man.
Sharice.
You gotta hear his story. Y'all gotta hear their story. So we gonna plan for them to come on. And yes, Marvin takes humility and humbleness, putting down the ego and pride in that order to hear.
Yeah.
Yes. But really is is really being whole. A lot of us are broken. A lot of us are toxic because we're broken. And we don't realize that a lot of our broken ways, it brings on the fact that we don't hear stuff because we only hear it through our brokenness. A lot of times we only hear things from that level of broken place. And what broken people do, they are attracted to broken situations. Some of us broken people don't even realize that we need help. Or some of us that are broken don't even understand that we need help. So we are attracted to everything to where we are at that level of our brokenness.
Or that brokenness is attracted to us. Yes. Just like sharks in water. When a shark smells blood in the water, it gravitates toward the pain of someone.
Yes.
To get something to eat. And that's a lot of times how it is in reality, in humanity. It's like when we're damaged and we live in that, it's like toxicity. I'm gonna give this example. I was telling my niece yesterday, if you put a cup of water on the counter and it's got purified water in it, over time, if you leave it for a month, you're going to see that water's going to be murky and it's going to be looking real nasty at the bottom, and a lot of dust has settled in that water.
Yes.
It started out clean. But think about what happens when you hold a lot of grudges and when you keep a lot of toxic stuff inside of you. You're like that cup on the counter. Now, that cup doesn't start purified. That cup starts toxic. Imagine leaving that cup on the counter, that toxic chemical on the counter for a whole month. Yes. Imagine what that will look like. That's a lot of times what we as the containers, the vessels, are carrying around. We're carrying around a lot of toxic, and we don't realize that everywhere we go, toxic stuff stinks. It smells. There's a certain odor to it. And every time you open your mouth to talk, it's toxic. Your behavior, your attitude is toxic.
Like bad underarms.
So So everywhere you go is bad underarms.
Smell like bad underarms.
So you wonder, and you wonder why, and you wonder why people why I keep attracting the same type of man. Why I keep attracting, and because what is attracted to that stench is coming your way.
Yes, but oh man, great. That's great. Hey sis, we love you so much, Sharice Graham Thornton. Denise said, y'all are awesome. This is blessing me. Thank you so much, Denise. Oh, y'all will be here Monday. Cool. So next Tuesday, y'all. Oh my God, we gonna get this show together. We got a show for y'all. We got a show. Yeah, that one. Aunt Liza said, but he was very attentive Sunday night because you were on. Oh, thank you, Aunt Liza. Yes.
See, we hit and we miss Aunt Liza, and I love you for that.
Yes, thank you.
In marriage class, is what she's talking about Sunday night.
But see, and that goes to show that a lot of times as men, because we don't have the information, and I say this a lot because it's so true. The reason why we fail is because we don't have the information to execute. Because that's wisdom. Executing information.
Yeah.
That's wisdom.
Come on. Executing.
It's executing information.
Putting that information to work.
Putting the information to work.
Come on.
And we miss it because we don't have the information.
We don't have the tools to build the house, y'all.
And I don't. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be connected. That's why we got to be so very careful who we're connected to. Yeah. I don't want people. I don't even want to be around people who don't want to get the information to be better. You gotta be around people that want to be better, that desire to get the help, that desire to get the information. You know what I'm saying? Even if we're not getting it together, but if we come together as two whole people with information, then guess what we do?
We helping each other with that information.
We help each other with the information.
You teach me.
Yes.
I'll teach you.
Exactly.
Some people have a problem with that. You ain't got to teach me nothing. I don't. No, you teach me, I teach you, because your life experiences took you to a place I haven't been. And my life experience is taking me to a place you haven't been. So we can teach each other. And that's how we grow together. How we grow. That's how we grow.
Listen, man. So another fact is he sees a woman as the extension of himself.
That's a healthy man. That's a healthy man.
When God gave Adam Eve, he took Eve from this whole man. He was a whole man.
He was a whole man.
He didn't say, go to sleep, I got to fix you first.
Nope.
He didn't say, go to sleep, there's some issues you dealing with.
Let me handle this.
Let me handle this first. He was working, tending to the garden where he had everything.
He had everything.
So he had he wasn't looking for nothing. He wasn't trying to get it together.
Now, this is a healthy man we talking about.
He wasn't trying to get it together.
He wasn't trying to get it together.
He wasn't dealing with daddy issues.
He was walking. Oh, babe. Those 4 things. Those are his characteristics.
I wasn't even.
He was hearing from God.
Oh, man.
What else? What's the other 4?
Oh,
the
man.
other 3.
You read that because I don't know. I'm not even going by them notes. I'm not. I'm just.
Baby, you on point though. He was hearing the voice of God. He knew his purpose. God said, tend to the garden and cultivate. He was walking in his mission in the cool of the day, baby. Him and God was doing their thing, walking and talking.
Yeah.
And he loved his woman. That's the part we on right now.
Yes.
Oop, sorry about that. God took that woman took that rib out.
He took the rib. He said, it is that man.
That man.
And he was talking about a specific man.
Yeah, come on.
It wasn't just any man. It was a specific man.
It was that whole man.
It was that whole man.
That healthy man.
It was that healthy, healthy.
The healthy man. I love that.
It was the healthy man that God said does not need to be alone.
He don't need to be
alone. I will create a helper suitable for him.
Not suitable for him, and him.
Well,
suitable for that man.
Suitable meaning
able to suit. I don't know.
Specific. That means she fit
tailor-made suit.
Yes, my point. She was tailor-made specifically for for his wholeness.
Come on.
So that means she didn't come in there and then separate him from being whole.
Or try to make him somebody he was not.
Exactly. It was specifically for that wholeness, and he was able to do what? Now build the kingdom.
He was able to build the kingdom. She was tailor-made to fit.
Because guess what? When God created her, he was already working.
He was already doing what he was supposed to be doing.
He was already doing it. She came to help suit that.
But then we get into these relationships and the man is none of this stuff. And then we try to fix him in it. And that's not your job. That's not our job, ladies. A woman cannot fix a man. What a woman can do is go to God and ask God to awaken the desire in that man to be healed and to be whole. But we can't change a man.
Quick little go back on some of these top comments. Darren said, "This is my desire." Darren, we with you, bro.
And because it's your desire, God will give it to you.
We with you, bro. My brother from another mother, love you, man. Anthony Tony B, love you, man. He said, "Lead by example." Yes,
that's right. And
then Aunt Liza said, "But what Shift Talk is doing is cultivating healthy people and marriages. Women need to be healthy also."
Yes, we do.
Yes,
as you can see from Aunt last Liza, week. You're right.
And Tony said that's why you got to protect your hearing. Absolutely.
Come on.
Absolutely. Purposeful. Absolutely, Aunt Liza. Mama Cheeks, we love you so much. Healthy people can make adjustments for the good of them, not just themselves.
Not just themselves.
That's right. So that they are, as a couple, line up with the word of God. Absolutely.
That's how you line up.
Absolutely. And that's
you
how
you line up with the word. That's how you know you in alignment.
And come on.
Your alignment not off.
Your alignment not off. And you got to be whole. So that's why you can't just align with anything. You can't. Because God created the alignment for a specific person.
Right.
For purpose.
Yeah.
For specific people.
Yeah, you can't put Chevy tires, them big old tires, on a sports car.
Yes.
They're not suitable for that sports car.
Yes.
You have to put what is suitable. And God says he created a helper suitable. If you're married today and you have a wife that y'all can't seem to get it together, don't worry.
Yes.
God says, I made a helper suitable. It's your mission that she's suitable for.
That's right.
It's your mission and your purpose that she is supposed to sub, which is to come under that mission.
That's right.
So once you get that mission and your purpose and that walk and that love and that talk together, then you will start seeing a whole different alignment in your marriage. For those not married, you know what now to do. Get whole. Get healthy. So you can have a healthy relationship.
So why do you believe that people that people are connected to some people's potential? Because sometimes we get connected with people and we say, "Well, I see some glimpses of what I'm looking for. I see some glimpses." You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we attracted to those glimpses. Why do you believe that is?
That's a good question.
Why do y'all believe that? If some of y'all are out there attracted to
the potential,
not know. The purpose.
A lot of times, I feel like I'm not talking for all women, but I feel like women are attracted to the potential because we are raised to be that help.
Yes,
and we think we're helping, and plus, especially if we like the guy. Oh my. If we in love with the guy, our eyes are closed to so much stuff and all we see is we can help him. And that's not our job.
Yes.
That's not our job to try to make something broken whole. God is the only one that can do that.
But it's hard for you, Tony Bird said, but it's hard for you to see the sight in the glory of God when you're not hearing what he's saying to you. So it's going to be impossible to know who is for you. You line yourself with God. Amen.
Yeah, you have to have that light from God in order to see who you are.
Elijah said, because we believe we can change them. That's right.
That's simple and plain, Aunt Liza. We really do believe we can change them.
Yes.
But then who are we?
To change.
To try to change. We haven't even, as women, a lot of us gotten ourselves together while we trying to change somebody else. This is me included. I'm speaking to the choir.
Ha!
Stop. Really?
Ma.
Really? Really?
Ooh.
Anyways.
The quickening.
That quickening did not look like the Holy Spirit.
Quickening.
Because we really do think we can change, we can fix them. We that chick, we different. You know, it was maybe she couldn't have did it, but I know I have what it takes.
A healthy man is not intimidated by his woman's strengths. So, in other words, in layman terms, if she makes more money than me, I'm not intimidated by what she makes, because guess what? I'm still in authority. I'm still in the authority of God.
Yeah.
That doesn't change who I am as her husband, as her Lord,
as her help.
I
almost got you.
Wait a minute, no. Oh, yeah. As unto the Lord, come on, hi, bye, see, bye, see.
Stop it. Stop it. So,
Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not intimidated by that.
You're not intimidated.
You're not intimidated by
her
what she,
powerfulness.
because guess what? What it does, I promise you, as a healthy man, if she's making more money than me, only thing it does, what it would do to a healthy man is say, well, I'm gonna step my game up a little. You know what I'm saying? Because if she's making money, I'm just gonna have the attitude that I gotta do better.
Or you'll understand that the money that comes in the house is benefiting the both of you, and it won't be an issue.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Say that again. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be intimidated by your success. He won't be intimidated by your strength. He'll see your strengths as a benefit to the relationship.
Some men though,
we talking about the healthy man though, right?
Yeah, I know, but I just this is just because I see it happen all the time.
Come on, talk about it.
9 times out of the 10, and let's be honest here. Let's talk about this. 9 times out of the 10, the women get themselves together before men do. And a lot of times men, you find this to happen a lot, that men who are seeking to get themselves together, they move in with the woman who is established, who has whether it's a house or apartment, they move in feeling like, okay, we're getting ourselves together and this is what we're doing.
It'll be easier.
Yeah, it'll be easier. We can save a little money, put our monies together and do this. And so what we're doing is we done came into a wrong situation.
Yeah.
Thinking that, this is going to help me. But only thing you've done as a man is you now become subject to somebody else and put them in front of God.
And you know what it
Which is, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because that's what you did as a man. You put yourself subject to another God. Wow. Another God.
Yeah.
Now one thing I did in my study the other day, I was studying the 7 churches of Revelation. And the church of Smyrna, no matter what the Jews did to them, no matter how they ridiculed them, no matter what they said to them,
Who is they?
The church of Smyrna.
No matter who said to them.
The Jews, they were ridiculing them.
The Jews, okay.
Yeah, they were ridiculing them. They were, trying to make them worship another God. And, but no matter what they did, they stood pat. They didn't go and say, you know what, this may help us be a better church.
So we're going to do what we're going to follow what the Jews
We're going to follow
doing.
what them doing. We're going to follow. No, they
what
stood
the masses
pat.
are doing.
They stood pat. No, and with them standing pat, it caused them to suffer for the sake of Christ.
Yeah.
But what would you rather do? Suffer for the sake of Jesus, knowing that he's the one that's going to hold you down. He's the one that's going to take you through every situation, as opposed to giving that position up to say, okay, I'm going to do what I feel.
Because it's going to be easier.
Yeah, because it's going to be easier. Easy is not always the right way.
And I'm glad you went back to that, because what I was going to say was, that's like trying to go to boot camp. And when you get to boot camp, the drill sergeant say, you know what? we don't believe in giving y'all a hard time no more. We're not gonna even make this hard for y'all at all. We gonna make this easy as possible.
Absolutely.
You know, because we realize that, you know, sometimes, you know, things get a little tough. So what we gonna do is we gonna make it easy. But then next thing you know, you get out of boot camp and it's time for war. And because it was easy at first, now you in the midst of it and everything is hard and you don't know what to do because you wasn't given the tools. That's the same thing as how women, when we let them move in, like we talking about the men that you were just referring to, when they move in with you, we let them move in because it'll be easy. I'm trying to help him, and we try to make it easy. But that's boot camp.
Yeah.
Prior to the marriage, that's the time when he need to be trying to make a way for her. He needs to be preparing a place for her and making sure that he could provide for himself and all of that good stuff. It's going to be hard, yeah. But challenge yourself to get that and do that for yourself as a man. A woman will feel more secure then when the battle comes because she knows that she can rely on a man that knows how to take care of himself outside of a man that just wanted it to be easy.
Absolutely. It's hard. Go back. Let's go just read a couple of comments.
Okay.
Tony Bird said, it's hard to change something that you don't own. You have to get permission.
Ooh, from God.
Elijah said, say that again. It's like you all said, it's a win for us. That's right. Mama Pearly, hey.
Mama Pearly.
Mama Cheek said, no competition, but unity, striving for the completion of the same goal.
Yes.
Y'all have the same vision and are on the same mission to fulfill that vision, giving and receiving support when needed.
That's
Man,
right.
you are a jewel to the body of Christ. Mama Cheeks.
Mama Cheeks
God
got
knows.
wisdom. If you want to know a wise woman, Mama Cheeks is that woman. Anthony Thornton, Tony Bird says, anything that comes easy is not worth having.
Yeah, if it's easy,
it don't prepare you for nothing.
You need to check that thing out, man. Because I mean, even being a Christian, it's a lonely walk, you know. It's a walk that's gonna teach us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through some things.
Yeah.
To get to where we gotta go.
So
what the songwriter said. I'm sorry, man.
No, babe.
The songwriter said, I don't believe he brought me. Nobody told me that the road was gonna be easy.
But I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Nobody told him that the road would be easy.
Nobody ever said it was gonna be easy.
And another songwriter said, Lord, don't move this mountain, but give me the strength to climb.
Okay.
Lord, don't take away my stumbling power.
But what?
I never knew that last part.
Dog, it was powerful.
It was powerful.
I
never knew that last part. I never knew that last part.
Right, man.
But here, so that's another key, right?
So yeah, a healthy man will never be intimidated by the success and the strength of a woman.
And another man, mind provoking. I'm trying to get my vocals together. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. I got a little. I don't just play the keyboard and the organ.
He sounded like one of those deacons when they used to do devotions. That's powerful.
but here's another thing. He understands if he submits to God, she submits.
If he submits, she submits. I'm going to get a t-shirt. If he submits, she submits. Simple and plain.
Yes.
Simple and plain. A healthy man understands that instead of saying, the Bible say you supposed to submit to me.
That was a comment we talked about last week. He said, "What if the man saying that you just need to submit to me?
Out of order.
You need to submit to me.
Out of order.
You need to admit to me." He didn't say submit. He just you need to admit to me.
Out of order.
That's that real Atlanta. That's that dirty. That dirty South. You need to admit to me.
Baby, that's not the South. Don't do us like that.
You need to admit to me.
We speak better than that.
You need to admit to me.
Stop it. Ooh.
You ain't going to admit to me. I'm the man in it. You need to admit to me.
And like we said last week, if a man have to say that to you, that means he has missed the mark. Because if he submits, she submits. It's almost automatic.
That's right. Bird said, prime example, my wife always made more money than me in this marriage, but I was never intimidated. Amen.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, y'all gonna be a blessing on to next week. Y'all coming on next week, and y'all gonna be a blessing. Cause when I tell you this couple, when I tell you this is my brother and sister, I promise you.
That show gonna be lit.
And I'm glad they coming out here next week. They coming out here, and we're gonna bring them on the show.
From the A.
But I tell you, when I tell you their story is, I don't even.
Gonna bless, I hope, let them tell it.
Okay, I'm gonna let. No, I'm just saying, man. I hope this by them coming on here is a start for them to really start working in the marriage ministry where y'all are.
They have the power. You know, a lot of times we tell married couples when they in the midst of what they're going through, if you just let God take you through this, you're gonna be stronger for it, and you're gonna help a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, mind you, this couple we talking about next week's show, that's gonna come on as a guest, we told them the same exact thing, because that's the word. And baby, let me tell you something. They are going to help a lot of people.
And we're going to be talking about when it's over, it's really not.
When it's over, it's really not.
It's really not.
Y'all check that show out.
Yes.
But listen, I wanted to read a comment that Aunt Liza says. She says, a healthy man knows where his strength comes from.
Yes.
That is true, Aunt Liza. Aunt Pearlie said, it takes two for sure.
Yes.
And then Aunt Liza backed it up with, men need real advice on being a healthy man so they will have healthy relationships.
Amen.
And that's what we offering in our marriage class. For those of y'all who did not come on when we first got here, we was talking about, we have a marriage class. Aunt Liza and Darren and a couple of others online, they actually are attending the marriage class. But what we've decided to do so we can reach a greater mass of people, it was basically prophesied to us that God would have us to do Zoom. So now the marriage classes we're going to offer on Zoom so that we can reach more people who God desires to get this information. Because Aunt Liza, you're right. Not just men, though. People need this information, how to be healthy. Because as you can attest to, a healthy marriage is way better than one that's not.
Yes. So I got a question for you guys out there in radio and TV and land.
Social media land.
Social media land. Do you stay in an unhealthy marriage if it is toxic to the highest level of toxicity? There is bashing going on. There is name calling going on. There's a lot of things going on that really will break you down as an individual. Do you stay in that unhealthy and toxic marriage? I want to ask that question. I just want to ask that question. I want you guys out there to answer that question for me.
Because my answer would seem,
thank you, Mama Pearlie.
To some people, my answer would seem too biblical. So
yeah, I want y'all
to
chime in.
Mama Cheeks, that first.
Mama Cheeks, I want to hear from you. Do you stay in that situation if it is truly toxic, and not just toxic, but one of the people is saying that they want out? Do you stay in that toxicity, mind-provoking toxicity?
Toxicity.
I was about to sing it. Toxicity. I felt like
don't
saying
do
it.
it.
I'm sorry.
Don't do
Toxicity is a sickness. LOL. Through sickness and in health, right? Oh, really?
Oh, wow. That was good. Through sickness. Girl,
Wow.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you guys for joining us today.
The doors of the church are now open, and then we're going to close right after that. But
that
right after that, my statement.
Thank you. You know what?
Wow.
Mind-provoking. I would not have, and this is no
Wow.
dig, babe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that was deep, girl.
This is no dig. I didn't expect that. But
Yes.
you said what I would have said in a lot of words in one sentence. That was deep.
Yeah. She said
That was deep.
And I'm struggling on the toxic.
Valerie Alexander, how you doing, sweetheart? Listen, I'm gonna say that one more time. Toxicity is a sickness. She said, LOL.
Uh-huh.
She said through sickness and in health, right?
Wow.
You
LOL.
right.
And then LOL behind it, like, I just dropped the mic on y'all. Really? You just dropped the mic like that, guy?
Okay, so can we take this one moment, even just for that statement alone? I need everybody to hit that share and share this content with somebody. Share it on your page. We need people to understand and hear this. This is not for clout. This is not for likes and all of that stuff. This is because we really, really desire that people get this information. We want to see more health out there, y'all. And each one have to reach one. That is a mandate that God has given us. Each one reach one. So let's reach out right now and share this content with somebody. Mind Provoking said, period, with a T. With a T. LOL. I love it.
Baby girl, you dropped the mic on that. Ding. You dropped the mic. Passer. Anthony Thornton says, because when God send someone to you, you do not have the right to leave because you're breaking God's law.
Oh, don't break the law. My goodness.
Mia, Pastor, you've been...
Mia says, Alma, I was trying to figure out how to say that thing without writing a book. Mind Provoking.
She killed it.
Killing it.
She killed it.
Yes,
she dropped the mic on that. That was it. 3 words.
That was it. That was it.
In 3 words.
I mean, we could not have said it better ourselves.
Listen, whether y'all believe it or not, De'Evra, we're going to get with you. We're going to bring you on the show. We're gonna call you later on. We're gonna bring.
He been saying that for
I've been
so
saying
long.
that for, but I have to do it. I gotta do it because you gotta be heard.
Let me tell you something. I
hold on, wait. Let me read what Mama Cheek said.
Okay,
I missed her comment. I'm sorry.
All right.
She said only if God Himself tells you to, because when the rubber hits the road, He is the only one that will be with you all the way.
When the rubber hit the road. And there was a thing where Paul told the people that there is a reason for divorcement, to give her a paper of divorcement. But he said that's only because your heart was hard. So who can take your heart and turn it from a heart of stone to a heart of flesh?
Yes.
You got to ask yourself that question. And if it's not happening, you got to ask yourself, why? Have you taken that person's heart to God, or are you complaining to God every step of the way about that person?
Liza said, toxic behavior is not the illness. It's a symptom of a deeper issue, which is the same thing, Aunt Liza.
Come on, Aunt Liza, though. That was good.
Aunt
Liza said toxic behavior is not the illness. It's the symptom of a deeper issue. What's at the root of that tree?
Which is still considered the sickness.
Sickness and in health, you're right. Because that tree going to be sick.
Wherever the root of that sickness, wherever it comes from, it's still the basis of the sickness.
Okay, let me read what Mama Pearlie says. Mama Pearlie says, no, because if you continue to pray and pray for your husband to change, but sometimes you have to let go and let God. You and him may reunite once he find himself, if it is God's will. Different take on this. That is a different take.
That's a different take. I want to hear the different takes. I definitely want to hear.
That's a different take.
But is it? Because a lot of times sometimes we say, and I hear this a lot too, because it says, what God has joined together, let no man put us under. And I hear a lot of people say this. They say, well, some things God ain't joined together. But if you went before God and you made these vows, you made a covenant in the presence of God, even though God didn't put it together, you still went before him with the promise, right?
Because he said, watch what I'm going to do with this.
So would that be? And now mind you, there's no wrong or right answer. I just kind of want to hear what you guys saying on this, because
there is a right or wrong answer.
But I'm talking about when they come from their takes, and you know what I'm saying. That's
everybody
all.
Has their right to their opinion. Absolutely. Listen, the two people who we're gonna bless y'all with for the true answer. Y'all gonna see the answer live and in living color next week to this question are on here. And Sharice Graham Thornton says only God can do it. And,
I'm sorry, my dad just made me laugh.
Okay.
Ted McLeod, what's up, bro?
Teddy.
My dad said,
we love you.
My dad said, know when to hold him, know when to fold, know when to hide.
Count
You
your.
got.
This
You
we
gotta
don't own
know.
the rights to this song.
I don't know the rights to the song.
Okay, but Sharice, going back to the what I was just saying, Sharice says only God can do it.
Yes.
And then her husband coupled back and doubled down and says, "Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Come on."
Do you? So in other words, do you stay in that
Rob,
situation?
what's up, Rob? How are you? Bishop Speller, thanks for watching.
Hey Ted, man, are we having the family barbecue this week? Cause we gonna come up for that,
Baby,
man.
we not gonna come up.
Oh,
Ted,
we coming up for that.
Ted, we not gonna come up.
Oh, Ted, we coming up.
We're not coming up, Ted. Sorry. And
Wow.
it's the reason why. It's the reason why.
Adultery and immoral behavior are the only given reasons if you just want out. So is adultery, my last question before we go, y'all, is adultery the actual act of adultery, or could it be considered?
Is adultery is infidelity?
Is infidelity, like could you want to be and start the process of talking to somebody else? Could that be considered the act of adultery?
Talking about getting emotionally attached.
Emotionally attached to somebody else.
Yeah, I believe so. Because for men, it takes sex. For women, it takes an emotional connection. Sometimes people say the emotional connection is worse than the sexual connection. I don't know if that's true, but all I know is for women, a lot of times it's that emotion that you could talk to him on the phone about your problems. Your husband ain't listening, your boyfriend or whoever, he ain't listening, but this other guy, he has your ear. It is a trick, and it's a trick for him to talk to you and keep you going in order to get what he needs, and that's that.
Because how, as a woman,
bushkash.
because as a woman, listen, women that are online, as a woman, if somebody else has to be the sounding board or listening person for you to really get over what's inside of you, then how healed are you? No, seriously.
I'm sorry. The way you looked at me though. Like, did you want me to answer that?
No, how healed are you if you need to get your emotional? I need to, because he listens or she listens or this one listens, or if that's
he
what
was there for me emotionally.
He was there for me emotionally.
Wasn't
yes,
right, stuff like that.
So are you? How healed are you?
You're not.
If that's what you need,
you're not. That's why you're going out there to seek your healing elsewhere, which is wrong. But that's what I need. I need peace. A lot. That's what you hear a lot of women say. I just need peace of mind, and he gave me that moment of peace. Yes. Like when we talked, it wasn't no whole bunch of
Yes.
It was just he listened to me, and I was able to talk, and he heard me, and he saw me, and all of that.
Okay. Ted, my wife said we gonna make
Teddy,
plans to come.
The reason why we're not coming is because we're coming the month before.
That's okay.
For something, and then we're coming the month after for something.
That's 2 months after. I want to be there. I want to get. I need that exercise.
I know, but babe, we got to be realistic.
Oh, we are being realistic.
Teddy, if we come, it's only by the grace of God.
Oh, God said good. We gonna come. We coming.
Anyway, Teddy, I would love to come though, but I'm just being honest. Okay, so Bird.
Oh, Tony, wow. So everybody's saying.
Okay, go ahead.
No, Dad. Everybody's
okay. Okay, wait.
You read it.
Okay, I'll read what Tony Bird say, and then you read what Mia said. Tony Bird says, it's very important if you think about it and think it from your heart. They show how you do it either way, whether it's physical of the thought.
It's what comes from
the
stance of your heart or the advance of your heart. We got you. We know what you're saying.
What is he saying?
That if you think it, so a man thinketh, so if he.
Oh, so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Yes, the word says if you did it in your mind, you've already committed the sin.
So Mia just came and piggybacked off basically explained what Bird said.
Yes.
In a nutshell.
Yes.
If you did it in your heart, you did it.
But listen, y'all. Please take notes, y'all, about being with. Understanding, and it's not just in relationships or marriage. It's relationships, period. It's relationships on your job. It's business relationships.
Yeah.
It's relationships with your children.
Yeah.
It's relationships with your church,
gotta
family.
be healthy.
You gotta have healthy relationships. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around nothing toxic because you don't grow in toxicity. It's a sickness.
It stinks.
It stinks. It smells like bad odor underarms.
Smell like
like the streets of New York.
Ew, gross.
And they smell like bad underarms. The streets of New York smell like bad underarms. That's how I know. Good. You seriously, you really want to put yourself in healthy situations.
Absolutely.
Because it helps you to grow. Anything healthy. Plants grow when they are healthy.
And that's what God had asked that first man. He was healthy. God asked him, commanded him rather, to cultivate. That means to grow it. If the relationship is not growing, somewhere along the line, cultivation has fallen to the wayside.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful, Marcus. I got you. Honestly, I'm just joking. I got you. Thank you. Mama Cheek said, if it enters your mind, it's what you do with the thought that matters.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely. If it enters your mind, it's what you do with it.
Yes.
What do you do with the thoughts? Because that's how most females end up in relationships. They just talking on the phone and all of a sudden, oh my God, I don't know how I fell in love with him. Yeah.
Ooh, yes. But we love you guys. We got to go. Our time is up.
It's up.
Listen, do me a favor, y'all. Please, like, share, and send us some hearts and stars, man. You know what I'm saying? We love you guys. We promise you we do. We got a special guest coming on next week. Definitely. D'Evra, we're going to call you later.
Absolutely.
We're going to call. We got a lot of people to call when we get off this line. But
and listen, some of y'all need to take a pad and a paper, a pencil, go back, look at what it is that you need to look at, or what it is you need to put on. You remember, people say be specific when you're asking God about your husband. Be specific. He needs to be able to hear, to walk, to what was the other one? You don't remember? And
love.
To love, and the last one. It's 4 of them. Go back. Read. Get your paper and your pencil and take notes.
All right, y'all. Listen, y'all. We got to go.
We have to go.
We
got to move.
And I'm your boy, Pastor J.
I'm your girl, Lady Free.
And again, this is Shift Real Talk Tuesdays.
You don't want to miss next week's show.
We signing out, y'all.
Signing out.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.